Warning, the disaster of Kingston Music Fest. This is a cluster fuckery. I know you're missing me.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our next episode of Talk the Things podcast.
Got a new girlfriend.
Or Kingston Festival, I think is
Kingston.
This whole situation was a disaster. My mom went to this, but I was booked for something, an event, so I didn't wind up doing this one. I never wind up going or even cooking for it. But I remember hearing about this on TikTok. I remember my mom.
Yeah, I remember that.
How mad she was. I remember everybody on.
She was like, "Oi!"
News. It was on Jamaican news. Popcaan posted about it, and we're gonna go into all that today. I want to go over a little backstory of the whole event.
Let's hear this.
It was on August 8th, 2022, I believe.
I remember this.
It was August 8th, and a lot of people were laughing at first. The first sign that something was off was that you had to buy your tickets. I don't know where everybody got their tickets them from, but I know that some people had to go to Superlicious. You know Superlicious.
What do you mean Superlicious?
Soup all day. But it was a festival that had 13.
You had to go to a soup store to buy your tickets for the music festival? If you don't turn on your website and make us online, make it available online and purchase tickets, what do you mean I gotta go to a soup store to go buy tickets?
Opening like local Toronto rapper acts, and then I think like the four main one. Well, I don't remember. I remember for sure there was shenseea. I remember there was popcaan and there was a next person. I don't remember the name right now. But as the event started, now people was realizing that there was no organization. That the VIP section, first thing that really went crazy was that the people lit down the fence and ran into the to the front of the stage, where I guess was for VIP.
That's crazy, dog. That is crazy. Everybody, general admission. General. Yeah, bro, and ain't no stopping me. Honestly, if that shit knocked down and I'm in line, ain't no stopping me, dog. Sorry. Oops.
But they don't even know that when they lit down the fence, that it caused a chain reaction for everything else that was going to happen throughout the night. And we're going to talk about that a little more. But when they lit down the fence and they ran up there,
they lit down the fence.
Realized that the concert never started about till 7 hours after they were promised a start time.
That's wild. 7 hours?
Because people said they were hot. They need to go pee. It was so ram. Nobody couldn't move. Nobody couldn't do nothing. People were making a whole bunch of TikTok memes about that. But also the people that got like backstage access in those places. Because my mom had like backstage or side stage tickets. She was on the stage.
Nigga, first off, you never let your mom buy no backstage. Your mom and your girl, them gotta sit in the nosebleeds, dog. You said backstage? Your mom was backstage? Huh. Ross.
Everybody was so squeezed that it would even make sense to have like there was nothing luxury about that. No, it wasn't very important at all if you were squeezed up around a box or so. A lot of people were upset about that. But then people in the VIP were saying, "Want me to my ticket money now because I paid how much more dollars for the people that lit
on God
and ran in. Now I'm not getting that experience."
On
so
God.
A lot of people are calling for refund from that.
Yeah.
That was before it got to the worst how it got. But now, eventually, people started to perform.
Yeah.
And when people are performing, they're realizing that they can't hear nothing. Popcaan's performing. And when he was even coming up on the stage, because people rushed the fence, and there was no there was no border. There was like 250 security, but it was mere full of security, man. So when Popcaan's coming up on stage, people are like not rushing the man, but like up on the stage, walking up with him. They're not.
That's wild, bro.
They should even be over there.
Kingston Music Festival. While Popcaan tries to get on stage,
they rush the stage. Where is security? Oh, you're joking. No, that nigga by himself, bro. He can't do that. He can't do too much.
So they start performing now, and when Skillibeng was performing, people could not hear a single drop. I found a video And this video is actually funny as hell because remember in my last video when I was telling you about those girls from Toronto, those white girls who go down to Jamaica and have the Jamaican man and they go to Jamaica like 6, 7, 8, 9 times a year. Well, in this video with Skillibeng performing, she got into a fight with one of the black Jamaican girls.
Oh
and they're just going
no.
back and forth, and it's only literally them you can hear. So that video is going to show two things. It's going to show how you can't hear Skillibeng performing and they're right in front of the man, and how the people are fighting each other. Now, one thing, you know, concerts are very loud. So if you're right in front of them and you can't hear, something's wrong. You guys listen to this.
Oh nah.
I'm not drunk. Who are you talking to? Me, you and me a chance. Are you?
Oh, that makeup smearing.
They've been drinking.
The little security guard think I'ma do some. What'd he say? The little bit security swear him go do some. If you're white, that translates to the security guard thought that he was gonna make an impact in the situation. Little did he know he was gonna make no impact whatsoever.
They've been drinking. Enjoy yourself. We are all enjoying ourselves. We all are enjoying ourselves. You're not going to scare me, though. Stop talking to me. I'm talking to your beard. Stop talking to me. Let's see.
You can't even hear him.
Stop drinking.
You can't hear that nigga.
So now you guys just heard that, and it's funny, right? Anyway,
Oops.
after now,
Cam coming back. Cam coming back. Cam coming back.
literally the only people who can hear shenseea is like the people that are in her voice proximity, because when she put the microphone to her mouth in one part, you can't even hear her voice. When she lift up her head and was look, bro, you guys listen to this and I'll come back.
Poor girl, me no care. You don't touch me rear. Me and me one big man pass big this stage. Me never serious me when me under. What are you born your waist? You can't tell me. What we do? What we go? What we do? Me and the stars, so me and no fan. I do what me want. Me not itch up under no man.
You can't even hear this woman. Yo, you can only hear the freaking TV track.
So now everybody's really pissed the hell off because this is a concert and you cannot hear anything. But the reason why it was like this was because the sound system got mashed up when they licked the fence. Supposedly,
They
that's what the people are
licked the
saying. That's what
fence.
the man who organized the thing is saying. But I can believe that because, you know, there's always wires running around the girl. Like when they set up the venue, they set it up in a way where they make everything had to work before. They do sound check, they do all those things, they do those stuff before from our morning time, because it's not just, they don't just set, it's not like they set it up in a second and everybody come in. That has to set up from all the day, 2 days before. So they made sure they had certain stuff in play. But when you guys tear down the fence, all those quadrillion of people, it mash up the sound system. And I guess the reason why it took so long to start was because they were trying to fix the sound. And I'm going to play you guys the man. He's going to say all these things in the interview at the end of the podcast. I just want to go over these notes and these things I have put on first before I play you guys no explanation or whatever the hell the man's saying, because he's making bare excuse at the same time. The event simply wasn't run good. It wasn't run good. So like I said, everybody had to push up and squeeze. It was very squeezed because there was no separation. People started to drop down. Now
That's
this
crazy.
This reminded me of that concert, Travis Scott.
Yeah,
Remember
Astroworld.
the episode I did a few years ago, and the people them dropped down and got dead and trampled. This is what this was starting to sound like. I said people dropped down. People dropped down due to heat because they were suffocating. People were sitting on top of people's neck back. That's all and then you have to remember it's August. That's the most hot month of the year.
Sweats.
If not, yeah, August and July. Those 2 months you don't play with when it comes to heat. They'll just sit at 40 degrees someday. So I could imagine how people, and we don't have no ocean breeze or no breeze. It's just hot. and it was
Yeah.
really squeezed. So people started to drop down. They had to call ambulance. Police was on mountain. What do you call them? Mount police. The police that walk around on horse.
RC.
It was actually getting crazy. They said they had
This nigga is actually
police on the
hilarious.
outside,
I'm cracking up at this nigga,
200
bro.
police on the inside. And the next thing that people were complaining about was how everybody dropping down. When you go to these events and stuff, you're supposed to give free water. Nobody was giving out no water. It was causing people to drop down. But the man said that's a lie because it was 5,000 cases of water. So, and he said that there's pictures of the 5,000 cases. Well, even we're not denying that, but it wasn't getting to the people. There was no organization in that place. That's why people are starting to drop down. If you go to Carabana and certain festival, they give you free water. They're supposed to now. I realized that couple concert, couple event and thing, they give you guys free water. At Carabana, they're giving away free water because even at Carabana, people always drop down. And at Carabana, it's a Toronto culture with the fence, you know. I'm gonna get into that. I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself.
The fence.
Concert don't know, and people wanted their money back. Everybody was mad. They came home, they're in their makeup. People that were even in the event still was recording themselves saying, "No, I want to go. I can't even leave though. I'm stuck over here." So I could imagine how the drive was to come out of that place.
Oh God.
And they said because of the backlash they were getting, that they were gonna make a fake. Well, no, see, it wasn't fake. Yeah, at that time it was real, but people called bullshit, and I still don't believe it happened till this day. But they said that they were gonna give everybody 50% off.
I remember
the
that
concert they were gonna keep like 2 months after, like in November.
I remember
And
that.
that was kind of weird. I'm gonna play you guys a video for a girl explaining it, and I'll be right back.
Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's noticed this, anyone in Toronto, but everyone remembers the whole Kingston Fest fiasco that went down. I was someone that was there, and they did a whole interview. They said they're going to make us have a reconciliation concert on November 11th.
Damn, they marked the date too. Toronto, our goal was for our patrons' experience to be outstanding, and for that we extend sincerest apologies to everybody who attended Kingston Fest, and we'll be producing a reconciliation concert on November 11th, what's called Remembrance Day, where we'll be offering free entry to all VIP ticket holders with proof of purchase and 50% off to all general admission ticket holders.
Which is next Friday, and they haven't told us any updates. They said this was going to be a free concert for people who paid VIP or half price for people who were in general admission, and there's been no updates.
Toronto's so disorganized, bro.
Or in August. Like, did they think we forgot? Did anyone else remember this, or is this just me?
So you guys just seen what she had to say, and like I said,
Disorganized,
all around,
bro.
Everybody was saying, "Nah, there's no way we pay our money for this. We have to get recompensation." And even popcorn, man, you seen the video I put earlier in the podcast where he's on the stage saying, "Oh, you guys, blah 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 blah."
Unruly.
Unruly.
I hear me I say now. You see, to the promotion team for the concert, you know, let me talk to you clear. A lot of my fans vexed and angry because
Mad.
the promotion are fuckery.
He said promotion are fuckery.
So you want to know, you see when you book superstar band show, make sure you fix every bumbuckler thing, right?
He said if you got a superstar on your show, you gotta make sure things are correct.
You hear that? Listen to me again.
Listen to me
You
again.
see, all of them hard-working, independent people, yeah, we pay them money
You see all these independent people that paid their money to be here
out of that bumbuckler show, yeah.
to pull up to this goddamn show.
Them, and you disappoint me.
Oh, you got another music tournament? Oh, damn. We gotta do that tomorrow, bro. You around tomorrow? I'm about to hop on stream tomorrow night, same time. I kind of want to do this tourney. You had a lit one last time.
If I never them, I got me yard. I don't know if you know that.
If you could prep it and have it ready for me tomorrow and send the link here, I'm gonna save it. And if you're around tomorrow, I'll run it with you here. If not, I could maybe push it for Sunday. I'm gonna be here on Sunday too. I'm trying to do three days back to back, so it's not too long if you decide to do it now. I will have to get off right after this video, so unfortunately I won't be able to do it now. I'm gonna stop right at the 3-hour mark. There's about, I'd say 8 more minutes left in this video, but yeah, if you send me the link or you prep it, I'm gonna run it one of these next 2 days, and then like I said, just like the last one, I'm gonna upload the video on YouTube, so even if you're not here, I'm gonna be able to run that. Hold up, let me go back. Translation. I don't know if you know that. I couldn't hear that.
So the man who's gonna be explaining all these things later on in the podcast, but Popcorn made a post saying run back the people that have their money and their team.
I'm gonna do that tournament though. Don't get it fucked up. We gonna run that. The last one was lit.
Man. But what the man is saying in the interview that I'm gonna play very short.
Okay, bet.
It makes sense to me coming from a business aspect, but at the same time, he's not taking responsibility.
Also, Darren, by the way, if you check the about page on my either Kick or Twitch, join the Discord. If you want, we could maybe make this like a regular thing. If you're down to keep making these tournaments, I'm down to keep running this shit. This shit's fun as hell.
Responsibility, and it was not planned good at all. It just wasn't planned good. I want to play you guys the interview now. You guys are going to listen to what the man's going to say. It's going to be a couple minutes long, but I took out the most major important parts to me that he's explaining everything that went down and what he thinks about what happened and people not getting their refund, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to play you guys that and I'm going to be right back.
Mall. So then what?
Oh, this nigga Brandon Gonez or whatever his name is. I fuck with him.
Wrong at Kingston Music Festival, because we've heard from people, attendees who paid their hard-earned money to attend this festival. Apparently, the start time was extremely late. People came at the start time that you guys said, 1 o'clock when gates opened, but the first performer didn't go on stage until about 7-8 hours later. So what happened with the start time?
So just to explain the start time, Brandon, and it's interesting that you said that. So when our gates...
It's not that interesting. That should have been this first question.
Open at 1 o'clock. When our gates open at 1:30. Our gates had to open at 1:30 to be exact, because what happened was that we did a secondary screening of the venue to ensure our security plans were in fully place. We have to distinguish between the showtime and the prime time audience. Showtime began at 3 o'clock. What our showtime is that our festival was the only festival that had 13 Canadian acts, opening acts. These opening acts are across Canada, from Montreal, which we showcase, so we give them a stage and an international stage to perform on.
But you guys didn't even have a showtime list. Like, the audience didn't even know what time your artists were supposed to hit the stage.
So normally what we do is that we had a showtime list that said 3 o'clock, because we don't distinguish between our international acts and our opening acts.
But the headliners though, the headliners, people didn't even know what time the headliners were gonna hit the stage.
Because our showtime started at 3 and it flowed in. So we don't
What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? What the fuck are you talking about, nigga?
Distinguish between...
I mean, do you think we're stupid? Like, we haven't been to festivals before? Nigga, this is not rocket science. You have a set list that usually drops a week or at minimum the day of the event. You say, opening artist, 1 o'clock. And then you got artists from 2, 3, 3:30, 4, 4:35, 5:36, 6:37, 7:38, 8:30. Opening acts, you let us know when the opening act, the nigga with the big text, is performing. 9. So we know popcaan, shenseea, whoever the fuck is performing at 9 o'clock, bro. It's not rocket science.
All acts. I wasn't just the water situation. So
you wanted to skip the fucking the most important conversation about the set list to talk about the water, nigga? My brain hurts. My brain hurts.
Once the bars were closed and we reopened the bars, people started going to one bar specifically. What then happened was that we had an outer perimeter breach, which then the Toronto police, who was amazing. One of the things that I want to say is that the Toronto police, several times our production crew said, this cannot go on. The Toronto police said, what can we do to ensure that these people still have a safe show? And they worked with us to adjust our security plan so that show was delivered, because the production teams,
what they gotta do about
some
water?
of our rapid response team wanted the show to end.
A lot of people who attended don't feel like they got value for their money. And as you know, you've probably heard there have been calls for refunds.
That is correct.
Will you be refunding people's money?
At this point in time, because our festival guidelines were that we delivered the show and all artists perform, there will be no refunds at this time. But
even though people couldn't hear 2 of the main acts?
That's due to the fact of the damage production caused by the crowds breaching the fences. So we can't, it's the productions team to ensure that the shows were delivered, and we tried to deliver, but fences being breached outside of the producer's control, that isn't our fault, because we have set up these mechanisms to ensure that these things get delivered.
Tree Bills Food, the #1 box food in the GTA, located in the east with prices you won't believe. Small soup, $3. Jerk chicken, $6. And a small oxtail, $8.50.
Nigga, what is... What the fuck is this, bro?
Small soup, $3. Jerk chicken, $6. And a small oxtail, $8.50 on certain days only. We cater weddings, funerals, birthday parties, baby showers, and much, much more.
What's this
Follow us on
weak-ass
Instagram
soup?
and TikTok at Tree Bills Food or call 416-554-5028.
You guys have offered ticket goers a 50% discount for next year's festival.
That is correct.
Do you think that's enough?
But we have more to come. There's more to come for festival goers because again, we produce concerts. The concert, a lot of the concerts that are happen in this city are produced by us.
Right.
People don't know because we don't definitely go up front to say what we're producing. So you'll be seeing more pop-ups happening to compensate for our Kingston Festival viewers. But again, we aren't blaming our patrons. Our patrons were just excited that this festival was happening.
So you guys just heard what that man had to say. And like I said, it's big excuses, right? I mean, he's not really taking accountability for nothing. But one thing that he did say was that he's not giving nobody a refund because you guys are the one who mash up the concert by carrying on the way you did. And you can see he's trying to say, well, you guys get excited and he's trying to like cover it up. But it's like, nah, you're saying that they mash up the thing and that's why they brought the sound system. I just personally feel like this event was not
Clusterfuck.
run good because the people took on more than what they can handle. Even though he said he's done lots of concerts in Toronto, I don't know if he's done festival or something of this sorts. But this shit was terrible, bro. There was just no
So
form of
bad.
control. There was
So
no form of
bad.
order. They had police on.
I've
they had
never
more
seen a
police on the
worse
people.
ran
Nothing
festival
was really getting
in
rid.
Canadian
There was no
history.
real reason why people had to.
I'm gonna
suffer
keep
the way
America
they
out of
did.
that because that ain't none of their business,
Really
yo.
to say that they're
That
the
ain't none of
reason
y'all
why
business.
they
This is a
can't
Canadian issue.
lend their money back because of by your contract or whatever. You guys never did nothing wrong. Excuse you? Did that concert look at anybody you couldn't hear? What about the people that just innocently came? Not everybody broke down the fence. There was people that came that paid for first class and couldn't even get into first class. And when they're in the first class, they're squeezed up behind stage and can't breathe. People dropping down dead. Not dead, but
Not
like, you know what I
dead.
mean? He has to take accountability
Like
for
flies.
what you did or what your promoters did. The whole thing with the money coming from Italian, I don't care
What?
about that. I don't know what that has to do with
Italian
anything. Why
Italian
people
funds.
People need to start bringing up race and everything, because bro, it gets annoying at times. Like fuck, like what was it supposed to be, an all black event? Unless it was, or it was like in some historical type of way, then maybe we can talk about it. But like, you know, I think people bring up race for shock value because who cares if the investors were Italian? You know, I don't know. Anyway, he came back with a new concert, same thing.
Different name.
Different company name.
Yeah.
And I believe the name was Palm Nation or something like that.
Palm
Like a
Nation.
different name. But it's the same exact people and the same exact event. We never heard nothing going wrong from that event that they wind up keeping after. But I never seen anything of the one that they said they were going to keep on the 20-something of November. And it would have been cold outside.
Them niggas made a new
festival in
LLC.
November or concert
Said,
in
we a
November
new
outside
company.
in Canada. Outside's full of breeze. You would have to do that inside somewhere. And I don't think any of the artists them would want to come back. Nobody's not gonna want to work. Look how Popcaan was pissed off. Look how they rushed the man on when he was trying to get on the stage. Shenseea, nobody couldn't hear Shenseea. Skilly bang, white women are fighting each other in the crowd. So this was not a good concert from no form, no angle. Nothing about this was good. And I feel like he should have returned the people's money. I because I never went. I can't talk for everything, but the breaking down fence thing is a thing we do in Toronto all the while. Not just Toronto, because I go to many concerts in US and those places, but I never been to them. But I see them, and they always have concert fence getting lit down. It's not the first, and Toronto's not the only place that does it. But I do realize that a lot of places, a lot of people, I should say, that come to Toronto and keep events have that problem. Carabana, and they let down the fence clean. Everybody run through last year. The fence.
Yep, I remember that.
I don't know who said the people. So the fence thing in Toronto has always been kind of like a problem when it comes to
Niggas need to
concerts.
build
You
some
have to
steel
expect that.
fences,
You need
bro.
to hire security who know what the hell they're doing. You guys have 250 minions, and not one of them know what they're doing to handle the 50,000 people. You know what I mean? It just simply wasn't run good. It wasn't planned good. It wasn't organized good. And next, well, you know, things like this have to happen so that next time when they do it, they just don't fall into foolishness like this again. But I feel for the people who spent their hard work money to go to this, to get squeezed, to can't get nothing drink, to drop down in heat and all those type of stuff. can't hear not one of the performers them, and then you can't even just get up and leave because it's full in there. You can't go nowhere. So you guys let me know what you think about the situation down below. Let me know if you went there. Did you ever wind up getting any type of money back? And how was your experience? Let me know if I was leaving out anything. And you guys don't know. Till next time I talk.
Yeah, that was a W video, yo. That really revealed the bullshit that was Kingston Music Festival, bro. That shit was some bullshit, if I ever heard none. On God. I remember that shit being as trash as he just described it, bro. And them niggas didn't do shit. Them niggas did not care about no repercussions and consequences and all kinds of shit, bro. They just didn't care. They say, yo, you know what? We effed up. New LLC, new event name. You ain't never gonna hear from them old Kingston Fest niggas again. You know? I don't know who they are. We new company now. If you don't get. Well. Look who made it all the way to the end of the video. Pretty sure that means you like what you saw, doesn't it? Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm live every single week on Twitch and Kick. Hit the link in the description. Or you hit that video right there, you know? Might like what you see, might like what you find. Go ahead, hit it. Hit it.